Hi, everyone. Thank you for joining us for Jacksonville University's Doctor of Business Administration virtual information session. We're very excited to talk with you about the DBA program, share with you details about the program, as well as the admissions process. My name is Heidi Porter Perry, and I am the admissions counselor for the program, so I will guide you throughout the admissions process and be a resource for you. Today, I am also joined by Dr. Sakbison, who is the director of the DBA program, and Maddie Santa Barbara, who is a DPA academic advisor. To begin, I will pass the mic over to Dr. Sakbison.
Ready to our virtual information session. We're happy to have you and tell you a little bit more about the DBA program here at Jacksonville University. If you are considering a DBA, you're probably aware that a DBA is a doctoral degree focused broadly on business administration. So this kind of a degree is going to give you the background in business broadly through accounting, finance, marketing, management, all the major functions of business, and give you some more in-depth knowledge than a master's degree would. It's going to take you kind of on a research journey, and it's going to teach you new ways of thinking. And so today we're going to tell you a little bit about why GU's DBA program is so special, including our curriculum, options, academic and professional tracks, and the things that we do on the weekends when we have students in person. So our DBA is ranked one of the best DBA programs in the world by CEO Magazine. And one of the things that makes our program a little bit different is that we really want you to be able to customize your journey in the DBA to what is going to be most beneficial for you and your career goals. So if you're looking to transition into academia and teach at the university level, this program can set you up for that. If you are looking to stay in industry and learn how to make better data-driven decisions, this program can set you up for that as well. You can have a concentration or not. You can have options in how you complete your dissertation, although everyone will complete a dissertation in their final year of the program. And you can complete the program in as little as 3 years, with the first 2 years being your core coursework, and then the third year for your dissertation. Some of our students do need an additional year or two to complete their dissertation, so extension years are optional, but you can get finished in as little as 3 years. Our classes are held on campus several weekends during the semester, and otherwise work is done kind of asynchronously online, or sometimes with some synchronous online meetings with our faculty members in between those in-person weekends. So there's a lot of flexibility there in terms of where our students may come from and how they complete the work. So, you're coming to campus maybe for a Friday or Saturday, a few times a semester, as you're working at your pace at home. So again, that flexibility is there for you. And you'll get to work with some really excellent professors, many of whom have both academic experience and professional experience. So again, ready to support students on either track. Speaking of those tracks, we have an academic track designed for those students who are really looking to go full-time into teaching in academia. Some of our students are already teaching, perhaps as adjunct professors or instructors, but they want to move into a more permanent or perhaps tenure track role in academia. Those students take a teaching colloquium one summer during their program, which is kind of unique about our program as well. A lot of doctoral programs focus very heavily on research and very light on teaching. We value both here, and so we talk a lot about how you can be an effective professor and transmit some of this knowledge to your students and keep them engaged, how to manage a classroom, how to write a syllabus, things like that. We have a couple of different options for dissertation. One big project, research project that you take on with a lot of in-depth background research, hypotheses, analysis of data. That could be, 100 pages of one particular project, or you might write 3 smaller research papers that combine together to cover one kind of topic area into your dissertation. In the academic track, you look pretty carefully at your prior work, if you have a master's degree already, or if you don't, you're coming directly into the DBA program. We would look at what kind of concentrations you might need in order to hit at least 18 credit hours in the discipline of your choice, that you'll be qualified to teach what you want to teach. On the professional track, however, our students are more interested in staying in industry and progressing in their careers in a particular industry or organization, or perhaps becoming entrepreneurs and starting their own company. On the professional track, we focus on how you can solve real world problems in your organization or industry. Those in colloquium over the summer, some of them opt into taking the teaching colloquium as well, either because they want to be able to adjunct teach or with more of a focus on training and applying those kind of concepts in industry setting. Those students can also do either traditional or 3-paper dissertation, but they can also do an applied research project with some data from their particular organization. The credit hours in the curriculum depend on whether you add that optional concentration or not. If you don't have a concentration, it's 63 credit hours, which would include a mentored research paper after your first summer and your second summer. Those are our qualifying events to move on to dissertation phase, getting you ready for that big research project at the end. That's going to be kind of your last hill to climb. As I mentioned, students will take either a teaching or a consultant colloquium over the summers, and then they'll move into that dissertation phase.
Hi, everyone. As Heidi mentioned before, I am the academic advisor for all the DBA students. I am going to be the one that's registering you, and if you have any questions about the program, I'd be happy to answer your questions for you. This is kind of what a sample schedule would look like for your fall semester. All students are required to take DSIM 509, which is a refresher for stats. We do also host a orientation in August for all students to come and meet your other cohort members and all your professors and just get to know everyone. You will be taking 3 classes, which would include DBA 755, DBA 711, and Marketing 765. And we also have 4 weekends in the fall semester where you will be required to come in person. If you can't make it, that is completely okay. I know sometimes people have things going on, but we do hope that all students come to class, meet your peers, and also your professors as well. It's just better for everyone to get to know each other and be face to face with everyone. And next, there are concentrations that are available for all students. We do have accounting and finance, management, healthcare leadership, also marketing. If some of these concentrations you aren't interested in them, we can customize a concentration that you would be interested in. And I would be happy to help you with that. And also, like I mentioned before, register you for all your classes.
What Maddie mentioned, when we highly encourage students to come in person, we do a research lunch series where either current DBA students or faculty in the Davis College of Business and Technology present on their current research or on research techniques or tools during lunch. So what does one of those weekends look like? We serve you breakfast before class. You have one class in the morning. We'll meet for lunch. We'll serve you lunch on Friday. Have one of these research presentations or a networking session at lunch to get to know your fellow DBA students or your faculty, or sometimes we do alumni panels at lunch to meet students who have successfully progressed through the program. And then you'll have afternoon classes. We always have an afternoon snack break. And up in our graduate office, you'll find lots of snacks and drinks and coffee and whatever you need to keep your brain going for a long day of class. And then on Saturday, again, we serve breakfast before class. You'll have class in the morning, lunch on your own, and class in the afternoon, again, with plenty of snacks and drinks available upstairs. We really do encourage you to come in person on the weekends when we have in-person classes, as Maddie mentioned. In the doctoral class, it's really important to have a lot of discussion and debate. It's very lively, but you need to be able to be there in order to do that. Now, if you can't come in person, we do stream all of our classes synchronously. So you can log in like this and talk to your fellow classmates, even if you're not physically in the classroom. And we do encourage you to come to campus when you can. As a last resort in emergency situations, we do record the class sessions and make those available to you. But as I said, those really should be used only in case of emergency. Maybe you're traveling internationally, you're going to be on a plane, you can't get reliable Wi-Fi during class. or something has come up personally that you can't make. Otherwise, you should either be on campus with us or streaming on. Here are some of our current DBA students from cohorts 11 and 12. So they've entered in fall 24 or fall 25. They're in various stages of their DBA journey. In fall 26, we'll be admitting DBA cohort 13, and these students will either be progressing to dissertation phase or entering their second year class. Some of our excellent faculty. We have faculty who specialize in accounting, finance, decision sciences and information management, sport business and sustainability, marketing, international business. So depending upon what you're interested in, you'll be able to find a mentor who is available to help you on your journey towards your dissertation and completing your degree.
All right, so what exactly do you need to apply for the DBA program? You will be required to complete an application form, and that application form will ask just some background questions about yourself that you're going to have to answer. You'll also be required to submit your unofficial transcripts for all degrees conferred. So if you have just your bachelor's degree, then just the unofficial transcript for your bachelor's degree will be fine. If you have your master's degree, then you will also be required to submit those unofficial transcripts. I do want to make note that if you're admitted, then you will be asked to submit your official transcripts prior to course registration. You'll also be asked to write a statement of intent. And this statement of intent is really an opportunity for us to get to know you and your career goals. So definitely include in that statement of intent why you're interested in pursuing a DBA, why you want to pursue a DBA at Jacksonville University specifically, and any skills and experiences that you have that will help you be successful in this graduate program. A resume will also be required. I do recommend submitting the most up-to-date resume that you have. A $30 application fee is also required. And then 2 letters of recommendation are optional, but they are recommended. So if you have 2 people or 1 person that you would like to ask for a letter of recommendation for this doctoral program, you can have them submit a letter of recommendation. However, if you don't have anybody that you want to, ask for these recommendations, they're not necessarily required for you to submit these applications. I do want to note that if you're interested in the DBA with a concentration, you have the option to either apply for the spring or the fall terms. And then if you want to apply for just a general DBA, then you would be applying for the fall entry term. We do have all of our application deadlines on our JU DBA website. So if you want to make sure about the application deadline, just check our website. Or if you want to reach out to me, you're also welcome to do so. If you have any other questions about the application itself as you're working on it or the admissions process, you're more than welcome to reach out to me. My email address is on the screen. It is hporter1@ju.edu. Next, we'll talk a little bit about financial aid and tuition information. To find out the tuition rates for the DBA program, please visit ju.edu/financial services/tuition/graduate. That website will give you the most up-to-date tuition information. And the DBA, if you're interested and are eligible for financial aid, then you can apply for the FAFSA. You would have to submit that FAFSA. We also do have payment plans through Jacksonville University. If you want any information about payment plans and what those could look like, please let me know and I can provide further information for you. If your employer has tuition reimbursement, then we also do work with tuition reimbursement. Just contact me and I'm more than happy to provide further information about that as well. I did include here the financial aid contact for Melissa Mack. So if you have questions about your financial aid award or if you have questions about, financial aid in general, Melissa Mack is the point person to answer those specific questions. If you are a veteran, our VA contact is Mike Mitchell, and his contact information is up on the screen as well. So you're more than welcome to reach out to him to make an appointment or ask just any questions that you have.
Well, we certainly thank you for joining us for this short virtual information session to learn a little bit more about the DBA program. If you do have other questions, please do reach out to Heidi or one of us to answer those for you. Otherwise, we look forward to receiving your application and hope to see you here in Jacksonville on campus in the fall.
Thank you. Bye.